Hi everybody, this is Oksana. Today we're making this fun pendant, and before we get started I just want to say a huge thank you to Rio Grande for sponsoring this video. I am using their wonderful copper wire here to make this pendant and their tools that I'll show you that they sell as well. They have lots of great supplies, everything you need to get started with wire wrapping. So I thought that this pendant with these little loops up top kind of looked like one of those mother and child, a little bit more abstract, but you know, the bigger one is maybe the mother and the smaller one is a child and they're hugging. Or it can look like a heart, or it can look like a little bow. So there's so many different things. I'd love to hear in the comments what it looks like to you, but there's lots of different things that you can interpret this as, and it's just a fun, different design, quite a bit different than my usual look. So if you want to see how I made this, just keep watching. For our base wire, I'm going to be using this square copper, dead soft, and this is the connecting wire, half round 24 gauge, also dead soft copper, and both are from riogrande.com. And for our tools, also you can find these on riogrande.com. We have the wire cutters for cutting the wire. These are Swanstrom brand, and the pliers are Lindstrom brand. They are the RX 7890. For our base wires, you are going to need 3 of them, and they measure about 8.5. Let's just round it up. I'm just going to say 9 inches. And my stone is a tiger's eye stone like this. It's a teardrop. I'm going to be positioning it this way, point down, so that this rounded part is at the top, and it'll allow our frame to kind of come up, and there'll be a gap above the stone, which will not happen if you position it this way. You could also use a round stone or an oval stone as well. So this measures a little bit over an inch, or about 30 millimeters. So grabbing those 20 gauge wires roughly in the middle and taking that half round wire, it's on the spool. So with the little tail end of it here, we're just going to wrap it around a few times to get it started. And what we're doing here is just connecting these 3 wires together. So after you've wrapped it around a few times, then you need to move on to this portion here that's connected to the spool, and what you want to do is just guide with one hand and then turn with the other. Otherwise it'll get twisted because it's still connected to the spool. So you don't have to do this for very long. This is just to hold the wires together. So this is plenty of wraps, and now I'm going to trim my wires and leave a little end, and I'm gonna just make sure that those little ends are on the same side here. Then I'm going to press down on the ends, but then also just on this whole thing. Just press down on all of that. You can also try to kind of squish it together a little bit more if they separated. And then because the point of our teardrop will be sitting on that, I'm going to put a bend in it, and the part that you want touching your stone is the part with the little wire ends. So you want to bend it so that, you know, if this is the way my frame is going to be positioned, my stone's going to be here, the wire ends are here, and this is the kind of clean part without the wire ends. That's going to be exposed. So I'm just trying to get a nice bend, kind of similar to the angle of my teardrop, the point of the teardrop, and trying to get it kind of even as well, so the little wraps here are even on both sides. Now I'm going to take my teardrop. I see that it fits into that little angle there, and I'm just bending. You want to probably put this down maybe on a flat surface, and after you kind of bend along these sides here, before you bring them together like we normally do when we make the frame, what you want to do is take the frontmost wires and separate them out like this. So these are the frontmost wires that I did that with. And now the other wires, we are going to bring those together, and you can see that gap forming at the top. So I'm bending side to side just to bend them together like this. And this is the gap I'm talking about that's formed above the stone. You do want there to be a gap. You don't want it to be huge, but you also don't want it to be like super tiny, because it needs to fit the little loops that we're going to be making there. So I'm just pressing down on this to make sure that it just has like a nice bend and these wires come together nicely. And now I'm grabbing my half round wire again, and I'm just going to hold that together, make sure they're not twisted or crisscrossed or anything like that, that they're just lined up nicely, like a nice little stack of 4 wires like this, and just wrapping that little tail end a few times to connect those. I'm going to slide that down. Now I'm going to take this wire end and put it from the back to the front. I'm going to just pull on it and trim it off like this. You can kind of press on it with your pliers, trying to kind of tuck it away, but it shouldn't be sticking out if you cut it really short. All right, so now we're going to take the frontmost 2 wires here like this, and we're going to take the backmost wires and just kind of bend them out of the way. So these 2 frontmost wires are going to be our bail, and I'm going to continue with this wire. Since it's connected to the spool, I'm guiding it with my hand, and I'm turning the piece and just kind of coiling that wire around and around. So I'm going to do this for a little bit. I'm just going to quickly do it off camera because it's very repetitive, until it's about 3/4 of an inch. That's my ideal size for a bail that I like, but feel free to make it a little longer or shorter if you want your bail to be, you know, smaller or bigger. Then once that's done, so this is the front where we have these frontmost wires, the bail. So here on the other side of it is where we want to trim, and we want to just grab our pliers, push down on that little wire end there, and just press across that whole bail with your pliers, just flattening that half round wire that's wrapped around there, just like this. All right, now if you're holding it like this with the front facing you, we're not going to make the bail, but I'm just going to kind of curve it in that direction where it will eventually go. I just want it out of my way. So now we can go ahead and lock in our stone. So popping our stone in like this and flipping it over to the back, I'm going to bend the backmost wires. The stone is kind of like going everywhere, so you might have to just like manually push it out of the way so you can bend those backmost wires, but we're just bending them onto the stone like this so that it cannot pop out the back here. And the other side, just like that. All right, now it's a little bit different here for these frontmost wires because the frontmost wires are kind of loose here, but you can still do the same thing and bend them. So I'm working my pliers down here, right where that little wrap starts, and I'm putting a little bend like that, and then I'm just kind of manually pressing that down. It's not going to hold the stone from the front until we finish off the wire, so be careful, it'll fall out. And the other side, just like that. Flip it back over. And now if you just follow this frontmost wire, kind of bring it around this little, ooh, I bent it a little bit too much. I'm just trying to bend it around this little curve here, like this. And now I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna bend a little loop. And I'm just gonna bring this wire all the way across like this. So here's my little loop. And now with this wire, I'm also going to just kind of follow the curve along like this as well. And I'm also going to make a little loop, this time in the opposite direction. Last time I looped it to the right, now I'm looping it to the left. And I'm going to make this little loop smaller in size. Now if it's hard for you to get to it with your fingers there, you can use your pliers as well. And I want the loops, and again this is a personal choice, I want them to overlap. But you can do things differently. You don't have to have, you know, one bigger, one smaller, or you don't have to have them overlapping as well. This is just like your artistic vision, what you like best. So feel free to just kind of play around with them a little bit. So here's how I have mine. Here's how I want them to go. I want them to just overlap a little bit like this. And so I'm going to hold them in that manner here. And while I'm holding it, I'm going to bend this wire from front to back where the stone ends, like this. And then same thing here on this side, bending it from front to back where the stone ends. And I was pressing on these to hold them because they kind of moved. As you can see, they can move around until you finalize and lock them in place. So I'm going to now trim, but leave a little end of the wire to tuck away. Oops. Let me adjust my wire cutters so they cut through the wire. And other side. So all we have to do now is with those little wire ends, we are gonna tuck them inwards like this and press down like that. And the same thing on this side. I'm getting rid of those wire ends there. Pressing it in there just like that. And it moved these a tiny bit when I did that. So I'm just going to bring them back together. Like this. But you saw how they just looked separated, so if you like that look, you can have them that way as well. There we go. So now we just have to get rid of these wires here. So what I'm going to do is grab them with my pliers like this, put a bend this way, and bend down. And that way you can bend them so they're right up against the other wires. And now I'm going to trim them off, and I'm just left with this neat little kind of area where the wire ends are hidden. Nothing is sticking out. You can adjust if needed, but that's just an easy way to get rid of wires if you wanted to. And now we have our bail to finish. So as we bend our bail down here, making the little bail shape, the wires that are coming out of the bail, there should be 2 wires like this, separate them out, and we are going to be tucking them through here from back to front. Now you can kind of see there's multiple ways you can do this. You can put the wires through these loops, then you'll kind of see them coming across here. You can put them just right up here. You can put them, I think this is what I'm going to do, just through right here. It just all gives you a slightly different look, but ultimately it doesn't matter because the result is that our bail will be attached. It will just look slightly different from the front. All right, so I put them through here. Here's my bail. I'm just gonna take them and bring them from front to back, just like this. Trying to keep them the same on each side. Just like that. And now we just have to cut them and tuck away that little end. So taking the end, turning it inwards, pressing down, tucking that away, and same thing here, tucking that away. Oops. There we go. So here's what it looks like from the back. And here's the finished piece. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like down below and don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every weekend. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.